Hello again, everyone. Steve Baker here, the voice of the Redhawks on MiamiRedhawks.com, and our Get to Know the 2017-18 men's basketball team players. And we have Jake Wright. He's a redshirt junior from Minneapolis, Minnesota, joining us. And Jake, thanks for taking a few moments, man. Appreciate it. Tell me about your game and how you started playing basketball, how you developed and eventually got to this point. At what point did you start playing?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty much the same story for all of us.
Really?
Well, for most people, just developed the game, the love for the game at an early age, and just kind of started in kindergarten, first grade, and kind of just like progressed from there. But it was really around like high school that I kind of started noticing that it could take me somewhere, and it's kind of like around my 9th or 10th grade year when I really made the decision that I wanted to commit to it. I remember I had a conversation with my dad about what it would take to get to this level and kind of how to take those steps, and that's kind of how it happened for me. And then I kind of just put everything I had into it and kind of just trusted the process, and ended up here, which is not a bad spot.
Came in a couple of years ago, had to sit that first year. How tough was that for you to, after playing a year, you had to come in and just work out with the team and see all those guys out there? I know we had talked about it before. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the easiest thing, but I also kind of saw it as a blessing. I was able to focus on my body. I was able to change my body, become more athletic, really just take a year off and just focus on that developmental piece, which was, I think, has paid extreme dividends for myself even so far. I have an extra year, so I'm a year older, a year more mature, and I think the year was really just a blessing in disguise to help me kind of prepare, and it was part of my journey, and I just kind of embraced that I had to just commit to the grind and really work at it, and I'm excited to see how this year goes.
It's interesting you mentioned that, because there's so much made today about athletes coming in from high school that have been playing the game for so long. By the time they get to college, or maybe a little burnt out on it. What motivates you and keeps you enthused about playing this game now?
I think it's just like a God-given love I have for it. I mean, I am so passionate about the game. I mean, it's the greatest game in the world to me. And there's something that when I wake up in the morning, that just I have this passion, this drive to just go and get better and be around great guys like we're around here, and I'm blessed enough to be able to be around great people and do what I love. I mean, it's just so fulfilling for me to be able to come in and sweat and work out and just give maximum effort, and know that at the end of the day, that's all I can do is control what I can control, and just come in and for me it's there's that fire is there for me every day, and I never take it for granted how blessed I am to be able to go to school for free and play the game I love. So those two things really kind of keep it going for me. So I don't really have an issue with that at all.
Okay, very good. The changes obviously have been numerous over the last couple of months.
Yeah,
new coaching staff, a lot of new players coming in, players that have left, that sort of thing. How has it been? Obviously you've adapted to change in a couple of years here,
right.
But how's that adaptation, not only for you, but as you see it for the team been?
I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think that everything kind of fell into place. Every single interaction that I've had with the coaching staff so far has been a positive one. I've been extremely impressed with their professionalism and how they've come in and how they've respected all of us, and how they've kind of just they've had open communication between both of us, and they've made that extremely clear, which I think that's really important, is because the first thing I feel like a basketball player needs is they need to be able to feel respected and trust their coaches, and that's something that they've done a phenomenal job of. And the guys that Jack Owens has brought in so far have been so far just unbelievable. I've been able to kind of start to form relationships with them, and obviously we have a long way to go. I mean, I just met them a couple weeks ago,
Right.
just like good kids, you know. There's a feeling there that you get when people are just good kids, and that's why I'm so excited for what we can accomplish this year, because we're really just doing things the right way with good people.
Yeah, even with the year out last year, you and I talked about being a leader on this team, even as a redshirt sophomore. Now as a redshirt junior, that leadership role increases a little bit for you this year, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like naturally I've been through a little bit more, so I'll probably be able to give insight on things. But I'm just gonna kind of let things fall where they fall, and you know, help people out if need be, and just do the best I can.
Tell me about your major. What are you
Sport leadership
Sport
management
leadership
major. Yeah, as I described earlier, my passion for basketball, I don't see it burning out very long. I want to be in basketball as long as I can, you know, wherever that takes me, whether it's coaching, player development. I obviously want to play as long as I can, but man, if I could just wake up every day and go to a gym as my office, like, that would be the ultimate dream for me. So definitely working towards something in basketball.
Very good. How do you see, obviously this team has a lot of work to do you know, over the next couple of months to get ready for the fall. What do you think are some of the things they really have to work on before the start of the season?
I think one thing that's really important is that every day we wake up and, you know, just give our best effort and come and show up with a good attitude and an optimistic mindset. And I think that if we do those two things and we just put everything we can into this, the rest will really take care of itself. I mean, those are things you can control. You can control what your attitude is, and you control how you feel about things, you know. And if you can just show up and bring energy, have an optimistic attitude, and I think we'll be, you know, set.
Very good. Jake, thanks so much, man.
Yeah, no
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks.